Okay. This is what we are going to do today. So just as a reminder, right, our CSA Wednesday, Thursday. So today and Monday, we're going to work on taking sentences and translating them into inequalities and solving them. Okay, so then Tuesday into Wednesday, we'll review. Okay, well, Wednesday, we'll spend like the first part, like finishing our review and then starting our CSA. So this is what I want you to do. I want you and your partner, it's okay if you're wrong, to try to come up with the inequality for number 1 and number 2. Do it in pencil in case we need to erase. Do not solve it. We'll solve it together. Oh, it does work? It does. You and your elbow partner are working on setting up the inequalities for these two. I don't really hear a lot of talking, which is very interesting. I'm not. That was my bestie.
More than 3 times a number.
Oh, Rob, you leave me alone.
Just hold it. How many questions are on the CSA?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Okay, so there's something that I want to point out. Do you see how there's a more than and there is a greater than? What is the one word that makes it different? Okay, is greater than. That is what's indicating that it is in the inequality. Okay. This more than, there's not an is, more than, what is that indicating? That is indicating addition. More than is indicating addition. Okay. So Trent, how did you and Kinley set this up? Okay, how do you feel about Trent and Kinley's setup? Raise your hand if you wrote 7 plus 3a. That's totally fine. Okay, addition can be written either way. All right. So 3 times a number is where he got the 3a. The plus 7 was that 7 more. Is greater than 34. Okay, so now let's actually solve it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that over here. And just like yesterday, we're actually going to solve. Okay. Brady, what's our first move here in this solving?
You minus 7 to 7 and 30.
Okay, both sides we're going to minus 7. So we have 3A, and if you have a different letter than A, that's totally fine. Okay, is greater than, man, what's 34 minus 7? Ooh, that's good. Because our next step is gonna have to be to. Okay, so we get A is greater than 9. Okay. Now, I asked you to set up the second one. Technically, I did. That's okay. Let's go ahead and underline something. 15 less than twice a number. Ooh. Quinlan, was that you that just pointed out? Is less than or equal to negative 23.
Stop talking. Don't even. I wasn't talking. No, because you were, because I heard you. No.
Jada.
Jada, where are you at yourself?
Okay, so I highlighted the is less than or equal to, so I know that that is my inequality. Okay,
You're like staring me in the eyes. It's like really
Okay.
weird. It's only.
Okay.
okay, what about this right here? This less than, it doesn't have the is in front of it. What does the less than mean? Minus, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna put negative 23 over here, but the 15 less than twice a number. The order is really important. What'd you say?
We did that part right.
I did that one.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't.
15 less than twice a number. That's one of those turnaround phrases. 15 less than twice a number. So we actually have to write it as 2x minus 15. Do you remember that turnaround phrase that we did back in chapter 2? Does it make sense why I wrote 2x minus 15? Yeah, okay. So now let's take it over here. 2x minus 15 less than or equal to negative 23. Cordell, what do we do first? And then what? What, I'm gonna minus 15 from both sides? So minus 15 is gonna cancel?
Yeah.
Really? Negative 15 minus 15. There we go. We need to add. All right, so then these do cancel each other out, and we have 2x is less than or equal to, what is it? Negative 8? It says Jada.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now, when I divide by 2, do I need to flip my sign? Why not? I'm not dividing by a negative, I'm dividing by a positive 2. Okay, good. All right, let's look at number 3. So I'm gonna do some underlining here. Product, that's probably an important word. Of a number and negative 7. Ooh, increased by 9. Is at most 16. Interesting. Okay. Olivia, what does product mean? Multiplication. Okay. So what are we multiplying? Anybody? And a number. What do you want to call it? Increased by 9. What does that mean? Plus 9 is at most. Okay, so 16. But what's our sign? At most means we are less than or equal to. At most means 16 is the biggest it can be. So we have the equality there, but then it also needs to be smaller than 16. Okay. All right, so let's come over here and let's actually solve this guy. Negative 7b plus 9 is less than or equal to 16. You're cold?
It's cold in here. No, it's not.
It's never cold in here. All right, Ariana, what's our first step? Subtract 9 from both sides. So we have negative 7b is less than or equal to 7. Is that right? Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do what to both sides? Ooh, divided by negative 7. And Quinlan, I'm dividing by negative 7. So what happens? We are going to need to flip the sign. So b is greater than or equal to negative 1 would be our answer. All right, let's look at number 4. The difference between 11 and 1/4 of a number is no less than, there's that is, that tells us that's our inequality sign. Negative 8. All right, so difference, Denise, difference is referring to what operation? Subtraction. Okay. So what are we subtracting? So 11 minus a number. Okay. Cordell, what letter do you want to use? Okay. It's okay. We can use it again. All right. Is no less than negative 8. If this says is no less than, so it can be negative 8 or it needs to be bigger. Okay. If I want to solve for B, what do we do first? How? Okay, we're going to subtract 11 from both sides. So that we get negative 1/4 B. That negative is still with the 1/4. Make sure you bring it down. Is greater than or equal to negative 19. Okay. Now, how do we get B by itself now? Multiply by what? We're going to multiply by negative 1/4. Okay, So you want to divide by -1/4? So how do you take -19 and divide it by -1/4? Oh, well, that's a problem then. So I agree that you want to divide by -1/4, but when it's a fraction, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. That's okay. That's why we talk about it. All right. So these cancel out. Now, what kind of number are we multiplying by? Negative. So we're going to flip the sign. And I'll just tell you because I'm nuts. 19 times 4 is 76. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you like minute and a half to set up 5 and 6. We are not going to solve them. I just want you to set up 5 and 6. We're gonna talk about them and then I'll get you to your homework. Work with your elbow partner, set up 5 and 6.
Minimum, what's that?
Quotient means we're dividing. So quotient of, just like that.
Grady, how'd you write number 5? Okay, so you said 10 minus -3a is less than or equal to. Like that? Okay, quotient means what? Quotient means divide. What do we, yeah? So this needs to be -10? Okay, and the quotient of a number and -3 would look more like that. So subtracted from does mean the subtraction needs to come after, but the quotient of a number and -3 is saying a number divided by -3. Okay, at least means -1 is the smallest it can be. At the very least, it needs to be greater than or equal to. Okay. All right, how about number 6? The sum. What does that mean? Add 7/8 of a number and 20. So how do we write that sum? I just write 20? 7/8's a number. What's that mean? 7/8 plus 20? Doesn't there need to be a number here? Okay. Is 34 at minimum? So we're comparing to 34. At minimum means 34 is the smallest it can be. Right? Minimum of 34. Okay. Your homework. Turn your page to 18. 20. Turn your page to 20. And cross off number 8. Number 8.